for invitation. Thank you for support. This is a special moment. On the one hand, Russia has launched its summer offensive, but on the other hand, they are being forced to engage in diplomacy. And this is both a challenge and a real opportunity for us all, a chance to try to end this war. First, as before, our top priority is supporting our defense, and I'm grateful for all the support packages and for every investment in weapons production in Ukraine and for the development of production in your countries as well. Europe, together with America, has better weapons than Russia. We also have stronger tactical solutions. Our Operation Spiderweb yesterday proved that Russia must feel what its losses mean. That is what will push it toward diplomacy, and when Russia takes losses in this war, it's obvious to everyone that Ukraine is the one holding the line, not just for itself, but for all of Europe. Ask your intelligence, what is Russia planning this summer in Belarus? If they are bold enough to prepare attacks from there, then we need more strength together. And right now, that means strengthening Ukraine so we can stop this war and prevent it from spreading. That's why weapons production matters. Ukraine can cover up to 40% of its weapons need with domestic production, but this requires stable funding. Our operations show how much impact investments, especially in drones, can have. And we still urgently need air defense, especially Patriot systems and missiles for them. Each of you knows what we need and what you can do to help. Decisions are needed. Second, we must do everything to make sure diplomacy is not empty. Our delegation is now in Istanbul, and we are ready to take the necessary steps for peace. Naturally, the starting point should be a ceasefire and humanitarian actions, the release of prisoners and the return of abducted children. And all key issues can be resolved at the level of leaders. And if Russia undermines even this initial agenda, and if the Istanbul meeting brings nothing, that clearly means strong new sanctions are urgently needed from the EU's 18th package and from the United States, specifically the strongest sanctions President Trump promised. Sanctions should hit Russian energy, especially oil and tankers, price caps of course, and also Russian banks and the financial sector overall. Third, the United States. Thank you to everyone doing everything possible to keep the bond between Europe and America strong. We need the support of President Trump, the US Congress and the American people. Whatever happens in global competition, it is our shared duty, Europe's, America's, and everyone who values freedom, to defend it together. We need as many points of connection as possible, including at the NATO summit this June. And one of the key principles of European security is that Russia must not have veto power over NATO decisions or influence over the alliance or its members. That principle must remain in place. Euro-Atlantic security is a business of Euro-Atlantic nations. Putin chose to stand against Europe, so he has no place in deciding its future. And that must not change. It's important to confirm at the NATO summit in June that the allies stays strong and that Europe will not give up its own security. And of course, I would also like to discuss the details of our work within the coalition of the willing and the security guarantees as well. We need to make this coalition strong, but we'll talk about that, I think, behind closed doors. Thank you so much again. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава. Thank you, dear Volodymyr, and I think we will have you in the second part of our conference.